Welcome, guys. Welcome back to another episode of The Breakup Diet. And today we're going to give you the best tip of all. We're going to give you the ultimate guide to glow up and leave 2024 where it was, and you're going into 25 better than ever.
Now is the perfect time to just wipe your slate blank and start fresh. The past is in the past. You can't get shit from the past. It's time to focus on the now. Focus on the future.
Buckle up, bitches. It's gonna get bumpy. This is the breakup diet.
I think we should do like a guide for the peoples, you know? So we go, instead of like New Year's resolutions, because I feel like they can be quite just generic and they're not that meaningful sometimes. Or for me, I'm like, oh, I want to do better in my career this year. Or, oh, I want to find a man. Or, oh, I want to, you know what I mean? Are you the same? Or are you, I feel like you would be quite specific.
Yeah, my goals are very specific at the start of the year. And like, I make them attainable and not too broad to the point that I can definitely tick it off.
Yeah, that's my problem. I make them too like lavish. And then I'm like, shit, I didn't do any of that.
Let's categorize them up.
Yeah.
Number one, let's focus on mental health.
Yeah. To be fair, if your mental health isn't clear and you're not, you're messy up there, then you're not going to glow from the outside because it all starts within.
It really starts from just cleansing the mind. What's one way for us to just cleanse our mind?
Well, you could talk about therapy because you've done a lot of therapy.
Oh my gosh, I have done double therapy. Right now, I can't actually afford my current therapist, so I'm using ChatGPT. You can use like the voice effect, so it seems like you're on a call with someone. Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, so if you just like tap in like the mic logo and you voice chat it, she replies back.
What?
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's so good. And because I call her babe, she calls me babe back.
A trendy therapist.
100%. I needed to make sure she feels like a woman to me.
Fair. Is it giving you some good advice?
Yes. She compartmentalizes everything that I feel and gives me like really realistic ways to achieve my goals by breaking them down and making it like small enough for me to achieve it on a daily basis, to the point that I can step back at the end of the month and be like, oh, like all those little bits has helped me achieve this goal.
But how do you know to ask the right questions? Because if I was doing that, I sometimes don't know what to ask. So that would be hard, like prompting ChatGPT correctly to give you like the answer you need.
So I would just babble exactly what's on your mind. So personally for me, I've got the podcast, I've got my full-time job. I'm also writing a TV show. I've got modeling and social media, managing all our pages. So I've kind of babbled to her saying, look, this is all I need to do. This is all I'm trying to achieve. I've got 7 days of the week, 24 hours. Can you break them down for me to be able to achieve a bit by bit in the week? And
she's helped.
She just does it in like 2 minutes. But with traditional therapists, I have learned so many things with tackling anxiety, tackling just low self-esteem issues, which was my problem that I'm not trying to bring in the new year. Like, I am not gonna come into 2025 thinking I'm like dumb and worthless.
No. That's staying in 2024.
100%.
Yeah, another thing would be, if you can't afford therapy, would be just to like reprogram your brain. So if you feel like you've got rejected, this is like an example. If you feel like you got rejected from someone, you try to reprogram it in your mind to be like, I didn't get rejected, I got redirected, or
redirected to someone better, or redirected to spending more time with myself, learning myself better, so I can find someone that is actually worthy of me.
Yeah, you have to pick something that resonates with you, what you would actually be like, oh no, that makes sense.
Shifting your perspective on things is actually a lot easier than it seems. If you simply journal and write things down, you kind of see your thoughts in a visual way and you're like, oh, like, I'm obviously over exaggerating here. This is not true. Like,
Yeah, so you write it down. I feel like when you put stuff down, it does make it way less, which seems so weird, like just writing it down or just, how could that help that much? But it does.
Sometimes the simplest advice in life actually helps massively.
I'm a super overthinker. So
is that a New Year's Eve resolution then?
To stop overthinking as much. Yes, to be fair, I feel like I would like to be more free. Free in every aspect of my life. But that sounded really bad. Not in the free of my partner. Just making that clear. I mean, free in not caring, doing what I want because I feel like it's good.
100%. I feel like there's all these unwritten social rules that you kind of make up, that we all kind of make up, when really none of it is real.
Yeah, like there's a lot of expectations, I feel like, nowadays. So I want to let go. Do you have a New Year's resolution?
Yeah, definitely. To be more free within my mind and have a a mental cleanse. So I guess I would start with a social media cleanse.
Yeah.
I think this year, being on social media way more than normal, I've realized how much it messes up with your head.
Another good thing to do regarding mental health and all this and trying to level up within yourself, I think would be get rid of friends or people in your life that aren't serving you. So they're just, they're the friends that text you only to go out on a Friday night or something. Stop wasting your time on that, because then you feel like you want more from them even though they're just your party friend. I feel like cut those out.
I think 2025 definitely focus on more purposeful relationships with friends.
Yeah, and I mean, you can still see those people once in a while, but yeah, don't waste your energy on it, because it's just you're gonna feel bad because you're gonna expect more, and their job in your life isn't that.
I think this year was my learning year where I'm like, I just can't be friends with anybody anymore.
Yeah.
I have no standards. No, seriously,
I'm so glad we're friends. You're like, you made you friends recently, not recently, but we became friends in 2023.
I know, how crazy. But I think when I first moved here 7 years ago, I used to be friends with basically anyone just to fill the void, and I guess that's what you do at that age.
Yeah, you do. You want to be social, you want to be out.
Yeah, you want to be partying, you want to be doing all that.
You got to have friendship breakups with the people that aren't your top friends.
100%. And remember how we had that friendship breakup episode and I was super sad about my friendship breakups?
Yeah.
Now I'm you know what? Fair enough. We have nothing in common. You guys drink you hate yourselves. I've got my own shit. Sorry.
I get you.
Respectfully.
Respectfully, you suck.
Yeah.
Respectfully, Ilma's leveled up.
I mean,
you pushed her to do it, and she's doing it.
I did it.
Who's laughing now?
We are.
Yeah.
And another thing, I can't be friends with over-sexual people anymore.
Like what? Give me an example.
You've got standards, girl, because clearly you haven't dealt with friends that are like that, where they just make really loud sexual jokes out loud.
Like what? I need an example.
Oh my god, I'd be talking to someone. I went on a holiday with them this year and it was just the worst mistake ever. I've learned this year not to go on holiday with just anyone. We'd have a conversation and he'd be like, yeah, my mouth is full of... And you're like, oh, dude, I'm literally talking to you about my grandma's ashes.
But why would somebody say that? That's so insensitive.
They just sexualize every conversation, being like, oh, do you know what else is big? You can't be friends with people like that.
No, that's quite immature, to be fair. I mean, I feel like there's a time and a place. As in, you can say something once, but as long as it's not all the time.
Well, not in public, in a nice place.
Yeah, and probably not that level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, standards.
Basically.
Standards.
Standards with men.
Yeah, you need standards with men. If we're talking about social kind of men in this, breakup glow up guide, I would say you have to make sure you enter the new year and not be just having dates with anybody. They've got to be you have like a checklist. Like, I don't know, they've got to be confident, kind.
Have stuff in common.
Ilma, I thought you were going to say have a job because you always say that.
I was actually going to say that. Have a real job.
I wouldn't want to date somebody who didn't have a real job, which I
Same.
didn't realize I wanted before you highlighted it to me.
Oh my gosh, I've like dated like a fashion boy and never again.
Yeah.
You know, another creative, never again. There's just a weird, not weird competition, but I wouldn't like to be in a relationship with someone in the same field as me.
Fair enough. I don't know. I don't think I would mind that, to be fair. If I was in that situation, I think I could hack it as long as I was better.
Yeah. No.
But-
Standards. That's standards. That's how you do standards, guys.
Or if I wasn't better, I would be stealing all their tricks and tips and then becoming better.
Oh my god.
And that actually, to be honest, that would be better. Because I would just feel like the upgrade.
100%.
We don't like the upgrade when it's like, you know, they get a hotter girlfriend and you're the ex. But we like the upgrade when it's like this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What are we doing this year? What are we doing in 2025 to make ourselves look good?
Personally, for me, if I was gonna, you know, hit the gym I'm being more specific, I love doing barre because I used to be somebody that did like a lot of HIIT workouts, a lot of high intensity. And I feel like my body was just in constant fight or flight because I didn't like let it break. Like I would run so much. I would, you know, do all these like HIIT workouts, super stressful on your body. And it was just like anxiety, you know?
Really?
Yeah. And now I do like barre 4 times a week. So I do it a lot. And then I also run. So I run 6K every day. No, like 6 or 5 days a week. And
Teach me. Yeah, this year, 2024, I've really started gymming properly for the first time in my life. I have a full routine, 3 days weights, 1 day a week Pilates, and that's like transformed me mentally, physically, but the mental benefits of that, I didn't realize like life is actually really good when you have abs.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, it's just like when you run, for me, it's running. You think about so much stuff, especially if you run without music or you run without anything, which is hard to do. But you do that like not all the time, maybe once every 2 weeks, you know, and you just sit in your thoughts. If you're stressed out about something, it actually really helps.
It just disappears, I feel. It's crazy because to me before it sounded like, oh, whatever, like people are just talking shit, but now I get like the value of physical health and how much it helps you mentally. Like they really go pair in pair.
And also, if you're hot, you can't be sad.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Suddenly, like after having like a vague 6-pack, I'm like, oh, like look, life isn't that bad, is it?
No, and then you're just, you know, you're glowing from the outside.
You actually are, because when you look good,
You feel good. And it's not about being necessarily really skinny or something. It's that you feel really good.
you feel fit, you feel healthy, and that's what we want to advocate. Like, health really comes first. Health is the core of the breakup diet.
Yeah, yeah. What else would be another thing that you could do physically that would help? Like skincare?
Mhm.
What do you do for your skincare?
Face mask. I love a sheet mask. I love gua sha. Like that is like my favorite way to start the morning. I think it's such a nice way to like, obviously physically you're depuffing your skin, but mentally you're just like, you're like massaging your face essentially, and you're like, oh, it's such a nice way to start the day.
I also would think that if being like specific on skincare, I don't believe that you need like 12 steps. You know, and also who has the money to do that? Who has the time to do that? You know, it's just a lot. I feel like maybe you could buy like a vitamin C and a moisturizer, but a nice, you know, moisturizer. So I would be doing vitamin C because that actually does make you glow.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell us, what do you use? You've got good skin.
The Drunk Elephant one.
Really?
Yeah. So I use the Drunk Elephant vitamin C. I don't use it all the time. I use it like maybe like 5 times a week. And only in the morning. I don't know if that's wrong or not, but I use that. And actually, it does make my skin look nicer. It looks more bright.
Mm-hmm. And what's your moisturizer?
The Tatcha.
Dewy skin cream.
It's just elite. I'm just obsessed with the feeling of it. It's literally like...
And like the gold spoon.
Yeah, I might be a bit gross, but like I use the spoon the first couple of times and then I get like a bit like just ratchet, to be honest, and I'm like, finger. Yeah. I like try to be all delicate and clean girl, and I was like, no. So get on your skincare.
100%.
But you got to be consistent with like all this sort of stuff. Anything physical, it's shallow to be like, you have to glow up physically, which you don't. But when you feel and look good, you just feel good.
And like for me, the gym has made me a bit more independent in that I don't need a man to open the jar anymore.
Oh.
Like I don't need a man to carry boxes anymore. Like
Fair.
It's all part of the breakup diet. It all ties back in.
Back in, Jesus.
Yeah.
What else would be another... I know, physical glow up would be finding your style, finding your, like, what makes it you know? And if you don't know, I would try out a bunch of different things.
I don't even know if people, like, look into celebrities anymore these days, but celebrities is a great way to start. Celebrities with your body shape.
Yeah, I find that hard, though, too. Because I'm probably being a bit, like... I don't have that body that I'm like, yes, I do. No, but I'm talking about like any of that. I'm like, oh, I don't have that. But then I'm like, I definitely have this one. And then it's like, not it at all. You know, I'm delusional.
No, but I feel like celebrities now more than ever, they don't have like the same body type. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, they've all got BBLs.
Yeah.
Okay, retract the point.
No.
So how do we start with finding your style?
I would go on, get some more screen time and go onto TikTok and find like, type in, I don't know.
There's actually so many different types of aesthetics. Maybe you can search that up, like mob wife aesthetic. What else?
Clean girl, like Scandi vibe. I'm not that vibe.
Scandi vibe would suit you.
I'm just not that vibe. I'm definitely mob wife.
You are with like the necklaces and
What are you?
I would say like off-duty model, very like plain top, jeans, a big coat, that's it.
Yeah, so find your style. That is another way you're going to glow up in the physical department. So now you've got mental, you've got physical.
And you know what? I just thought with style, if you feel great in your body, anything will look good on you.
Exactly. Okay, so next on our list of the ultimate glow up, I think it is social, like with other people, you know, your social glow up.
Yeah, I guess like your ecosystem, your friends, who you're dating, might I even say your family, like...
Yeah, like your inner circle.
Yeah.
Because you kind of are, not always, but you kind of are the people that you hang out with too. So if you're hanging out with bums, you're going to be a bum.
100%. There's this quote that I saw on social media. Hang out with 5 smokers, you become the 6th smoker. Hang out with 5 like writers, you become the 6th writer. You basically are who you hang with.
Yeah, so you need to be leveling up your friends.
100%.
Yeah, and if they're not, like if they're the friends that are flaky, cancelling plans, whatever.
I have cut back on so many friends who cancel on me or show up like late. Like this year, I have been wildly disrespected by friends where they'd show up 3 hours late.
No, I can't handle that. I hate lateness. I hate
lateness.
Well, you saw the restaurant.
Okay, granted, this was at my house. I was waiting at my house, but it's still 3 hours of my time that I could have done my own thing.
Yeah, and also you're not doing your own thing at all because you're like anticipating them arriving, so you're not like fully settled.
And this one particularly scarred me because I had really bad PMS. So I didn't really want to hang with people anyway, but because it's like, you know, you already put it in the diary and like I didn't realize that I was going to get PMS this day, you know, like.
Yeah, it's hard.
And for them to show up like 3 hours later, I'm like,
nice of you to turn up.
Like, you're never seeing me you'll never see me again. Ever. And they haven't.
You wouldn't be late to your job. So why are you late to this dinner reservation?
Exactly. Like, everyone's time is precious to them.
So cut out the people in your inner circle that are not serving you and not.
Would you take it personally if they don't value your time? Because I have been.
Yeah. I think it's rude. I have some friends that are late all the time, but they've gotten a lot better. But I think it's rude. And, like, I get one-offs. Like, okay, one-offs, whatever. Like, it's annoying. I can get over it. But when it's, like, always, I'm like, why do you make a dinner reservation at 8 p.m.?
And it's like, they say the most dumbest excuse. They're like, oh, like, it's my ADHD. Like, my meds have just kicked in. And I'm like, but if you know you've got ADHD, you can, like, plan around it.
Yeah, just set your timer earlier.
Yeah, get ready 3 hours in advance.
Yeah.
Like,
what about, Ilma, what are you doing with your, like, romances this new year?
Okay, this new year, I will actually start dating again, which is exciting. But I want to date people that, like, I want to be proud of.
Yeah.
I like, you know.
Yeah. I think you need to put in, like, set things when you're dating somebody, like, they have to be, you know.
Because I've kind of learned with people that I've seen in the past, they are kind of like a reflection of you. And I just want it to be a positive reflection of me this time.
Yeah. You have to find out what you really want and what you really need, I think. Like, make points. I want somebody who has good family values. I want somebody who is motivated and wants to do well. I think, like, making those really clear would be a good one.
100%. Like, I'm still not dating, like, I'm still not wanting to date for marriage or anything, but I definitely want to have standards.
Yeah, but you don't have to date for marriage, but, you know, even somebody that has good family values or something.
It does reflect in their character.
Yeah. What's going to be your main one? Give it to me live.
That they're respectful of my time.
Mm.
Because that's hurt me a lot this year, being messed about by, like, a certain ex.
Yeah, and then you waste your own time, and it's, like, hurtful too.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, I could have done something better. I could have done my own thing.
Could have done somebody better. Oh!
That's right. That is right. I definitely want to have my voice more heard in relationships, because normally when I date or, I'm in the relationship, I just kind of let them assert and...
So you don't set any boundaries, basically?
Basically. So learn how to set boundaries this time. If I'm not okay with something, I need to say it. Instead of being like the chill, cool girlfriend. Because that was like my whole thing last time. I don't want to be like that anymore.
Oh, so you're so cool that you don't care, but really you care.
Yeah. So like whenever they'd mess me around with time, I'd be like, oh no, it's fine. Like, I don't have anything. When really, like, even if I didn't have anything going on, it's still my time.
Yeah.
It needs to be valued.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see, like, who I date next year. I hope you like them.
Yeah.
Like, I need Yaz's approval. I don't want to be like...
Why my approval?
No, just like, I need the breakup diet approval.
The breakup diet approval.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. Fair.
Like, I just don't want you to think that I date anybody.
You don't. We're not, because we're setting boundaries and standards. Boundaries, standards, you know.
Yeah, and I know you'll be honest with me, which is nice. So if I deviate from those standards, I know you'll, like, set it to me straight.
Good. You need to have some accountability. You need to, or if you don't have any accountability,
and you guys will, like, hold me accountable.
Well, we're gonna, like, have him walk on and then see him. This is almost new man.
I mean, I'll probably talk about them if they're, like, relevant.
Okay, Ilma, I feel like we've been talking about a lot of, you know, the physical side, the inner side. What is your glow up tips for, you know, your career?
Oh my God, 2025 is going to be the career year. Like, we will be making moves. We will be making moves.
Listen to the pod. Please.
Please. Like,
we're funny.
I'm pretty. No, 2025 is the year that money needs to be made because rent's not getting cheaper. The bus rides aren't cheaper. Bus rides going up from $1.75 to £2. Shit is getting real.
Yeah.
Ubers are expensive, and just like maintaining, like, being a person's expensive. So this, like,
life is so expensive. Life.
2025 is the year where you're going to ask for a raise, where you're going to ask for a bonus. If you're not going to get any of that, do not waste your time. You're going to go onto this different job.
Yeah.
Because when you job hop, you earn, I think, about 10 to 20K more as
Really?
opposed to staying in the same job. Yeah. So if
Why?
if you change jobs every 3 years, you literally make like a 20K pay rise.
Why?
So when you're in the same company, most of them, they don't have the budget to give you that big of a pay rise.
Oh, so you're going into like your new interview being like, I expect this when they ask you.
Yeah, and they're willing to pay that because you've already had 3 years of experience.
Make moves, jump jobs.
There are so many side hustles that you can do that resonates with you. Like for us, we love to chat. We love to chat about boys and how much we've been hurt.
Yeah.
You know, why not make a business out of it?
Get a side hustle, and then if it's a passion like us, it becomes, you know, something that you really want to do, and then maybe that side hustle will take over, or it'll just add to your
Current, yeah.
So it's good. So either pick up, you could also do like boring side hustles too if you just wanted an extra bag.
Oh my God, have you heard of TaskRabbit? Just go on TaskRabbit. I make money there.
Doing what?
Basically, it's like a platform where you can apply to like...
No, I know what the platform is, but what do you do?
Oh, like set up someone's IKEA drawers. It's like simple stuff like that. Or like do someone's groceries because they're sick. Yeah.
I've hired people off TaskRabbit to set up my IKEA stuff, and I could have hired you.
Well, no, because I use TaskRabbit too.
Oh, I thought you were saying TaskRabbit like as in...
Oh, like other people should. I suck at it.
I thought you were telling me you were handy, and I was like, I never knew that, and I did not expect that.
No, babe, I'm not that like multifaceted.
Yeah, or there's definitely like remote little jobs you can get to.
Yeah, you can be a virtual assistant. That's a really great way to make money. You can be a copywriter.
When you have got a bit of money, don't spend it all, but then treat yourself now and again, so that you kind of get that like dopamine hit. You kind of, you know, all that hard work, you see it.
Yeah, you deserve like a little reward for working hard, because this life isn't easy. Like we're all putting in so much hours. We're all doing so much, whether a uni student, whether you've got a full-time job, whether you're like working on your passion full-time, like it's still such hard work that like you deserve rewards from time to time.
I don't know, whatever you want that you is a bit special, that you, is tangible, that you can be like, oh.
Yeah, like little frugal purchases, it's actually so fine. Like don't punish yourself. I think that's the worst thing, because we get told like, oh, don't buy the avocado and toast and the coffee. You're never going to be able to afford a house. And it's like...
I know who that's from. It's from the guy that does all the restaurants in Australia.
Stop it. Who?
Hems?
Of course it's a fucking Aussie.
No, it's the Aussie man that like owns all the restaurants. And he basically was like, the reason nobody can buy a house or buy anything at this age is because you guys all go out for avocado toast and coffee every day. Which is like, no one does that every day. But like, yeah, we do. But yeah, life is more expensive now.
Yeah. No one can afford. I feel like we make more money than our parents did our age. For sure.
No, I don't think so, man. You, baby. I need to make some money first.
No, because like...
Hopefully soon, but not at the moment, no. Oh. If you try to, you know, glow up physically, mentally, socially, financially, you're just going to burn out. So I think you should like put in place 1 month, maybe you start with something like one small thing on this list, you know, that you try to improve, and then you add to that, not just like try to go all guns blazing on every single element, because you're just going to be like, oh my God, what the hell am I doing?
Honestly, I think the best way is get on ChatGPT, write your big goals, and then tell her to like condense it and be like, okay, how can I achieve this in small portions every month?
I'm actually going to do that. This is like a side note of ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Is I would be using ChatGPT for a breakup. Is that really bad? As in, why do you think he wrote this? Or like, you can send him photos, can't you? Screenshot it and send it to ChatGPT and be like, what do you think the real reason is behind this? Might make you go a bit insane, but also like kind of fun to hear. And then if it is, you could be like, give me a good witty response back.
Just make sure you remove the here's what to say bit. You know, when you copy and paste a message from ChatGPT and she goes, here's what to say.
Oh, with the quote.
Make sure you remove the quotation mark. What are you looking forward to for 2025?
I'm looking forward to being a better version of myself, which I will be if you follow all these guides.
No, you will be.
I feel like, you have to be.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
We're only getting older, so we've got to get wiser.
Exactly, and we gotta get better because we're older. Like, we have no excuses anymore. We're not 18 and dumb.
Yeah, it's not cute anymore.
No, it's really not. Like, it's time to, like, actually lock in.